John Eats Cheap. Mrs. Cheap and I are back from vacation. Took a little cruise. We went on Carnival. This was our second Carnival cruise. We did one 8 or 9 years ago. Otherwise, we've done a bunch of Norwegian. So we noticed some differences between the two cruise lines. So thought we would just discuss our opinion on that, the difference between Carnival and Norwegian. Price-wise, they're about the same. And I realize all the ships are different. We were on the Carnival Miracle, and our room on Carnival was a little bigger than our one on Norwegian, and a little better, more evenly spaced out. It had a lot of closet space. We did like that. Room-wise, you know what? Norwegian had updated and had lots of USB plugins. Like in all the lights, they had USB ports. The Carnival ship just had one outlet, so you either had to bring along a strip or a multiple plug thing. So that was a difference there. Otherwise, rooms, pretty comparable. You don't spend a lot of time in your room, and they're small anyway. So room-wise, we'll call it pretty much even. One wasn't a lot better than the other. Let's see, the drink programs, the drink package. We've got that on Norwegian, and that was unlimited alcohol. You couldn't get bottled water, you couldn't get specialty coffees, unlimited soda and beer and cocktails. The Carnival one is a limit of 15, which 15 is a lot of, we never approached that, but we did drink enough of it that the package paid for itself, and it does include bottled water, and it does include the specialty coffees, like at the Starbucks or whatever. They have a different name for it there. So those are included in the Carnival drink package. However, you can only get one drink at a time. You have to wait like 5 minutes before you get a second one. So, you couldn't go up and get 2 drinks. Although I could go up if I had my card and Mrs. Cheap's card and do it that way. That only creates a problem when the people walk up there and have like 8 cards from their whole table, and that's another thing. Bars on Carnival, there weren't as many. I guess maybe there's more kids on Carnival ships, but it didn't seem like there were as many, and they weren't open as well, and sometimes it took a long time to get a drink. So I would give Norwegian maybe they had better cocktail choices as well, or liquor choices. For me, who likes bourbon and scotch and likes to shop around. Let's see, food, dining room food on both those cruise lines, very comparable. We did on Norwegian, we would always do the just open seating, go in, and we would just sit the 2 of us. Carnival, you can go in and have a set table, and we were matched up with another couple, which we wanted to do. Strangers to us, but you get to meet people. You see them on the ship every night at dinner. You get to know them, and we had a wonderful Carlos and Rebecca, and we loved it. We had a great time chatting with them every night and getting to know them, and them getting to know us. So we like that, just meeting with strangers. But food-wise, cruise food is never hot. That's the thing. It sits out a long time. It's covered. It's not perfect. It's not great, but it's good. You usually get stuff that you don't eat at home, so I do like that. And I didn't have to cook for the whole week. Yeah, and so dining room food, buffet-wise, buffet food is a lot of the same stuff on all ships. I will say the layout was a little bit weird on Carnival, but I guess it was just, there were 2 sections of everything, and they were at opposite sides. But buffet food is buffet food. They do have better extra restaurant things on Carnival, we felt. If you didn't want to do the buffet or the dining room, they had a guy's burger joint. They had Blue Agave, I think it was like a Mexican place where you could do nachos and burritos, that type of stuff. They have a deli, they have a pizzeria that are right there in the buffet dining room too. So they had better options for extra free restaurants, I think. Entertainment-wise, we didn't see a lot of entertainment. We saw one comedian, but on our cruise, they didn't, they had the typical opening night show, but then they would do Deal or No Deal in the theater and stuff like that. Bingo, Mrs. Cheap is saying what?
The piano guys.
Oh, the piano guys.
That wasn't really playing piano.
Yeah. Oh boy. They, here are your favorite piano stuff like Elton John and Billy Joel. Well, they started, and one of the first things I said to Mrs. Cheap is, it's odd we're seeing the back of this piano, not the side. You'd think they would want you, so you could see him playing the piano. Well, then we figured out because he wasn't playing the piano. He was fake playing the piano and singing along to yeah, so that was a little disappointing. That entire show was a little disappointing. We like to play a lot of games, trivia games, music trivia. In fact, and Carnival gets the nod because on Norwegian, when you win a trivia contest, you win like a deck of cards or it's not even that good usually. You go into a drawing for something. Carnival, look at that. Nice medal. So yeah, won some trivia. We got a few, Mrs. Cheap and I. So yeah, we love the trivia contests, even though Carnival needs to do a little better research because they had a couple answers that were incorrect and they didn't listen to me. Anyway, I digress, but we'd have won a couple more contests probably. On Carnival, you don't get a daily, usually on Norwegian, they have everything listed on there. The bars, when they open, what's gonna be on the buffet for dinner. It's like 4 pages, a whole list. Carnival has one, but you have to go to like guest services to pick it up. And it doesn't include near as much stuff. Most of the stuff is on their app, which isn't that difficult. You always have it with you, but I don't know, I just kind of like having that piece of paper a little bit better. Carnival does have animals. They do towel animals. In Norwegian, I don't think we usually got towel animal. Not on our last couple Norwegian. Let's see. Oh, back to food a little bit, food and drink. Norwegian has great like mango juice and cranberry juice. Mrs. Sheep loves cranberry juice. Carnival has no cranberry juice. Only at the bar. That's the only place you can get cranberry juice. So she didn't like that. Missed that. Cruise toast. That was another thing I wanted to mention. Carnival, cruise toast isn't very good anyway. However, on Norwegian, they'll make it for you fresh, and then you have to take it back to your table, like at the buffet, something like that. In the buffet on Carnival, the toast was pre-made. It was laying stacked up on each other, getting cold, and it was only toasted on one side. So that was kind of weird, and just toast on cruise ships just doesn't do real well. We have let's see, I think that might be about it. Oh, the casino on Carnival doesn't give you a ticket when you cash out. It credits your account or your card, but then you take your card when you want to cash out. You have to go to the cage to cash out and get your money. So that was a little different, not getting a ticket in and out. Mrs. Cheap, we did like the tender. We had to tender in one port on Carnival, and their tender process was great. And even getting on the tender it was a lot easier on the Carnival ship than the Norwegian. Now that may be because of the port. That's where the tender is based, but yeah, it was a lot easier on Carnival. We did like that. I think that may be about all I have. Now we've done Norwegian a lot, we've done Carnival a few times, and we've done Disney once, and now our next goal is Royal Caribbean. So that's hopefully what we're going to be doing next, and that's the fun part. You get to start planning where you want to go next and when you want to do it. So hope that helped. Thanks for watching. Mrs. Cheap, we showed a whole bunch of stuff here, so you'll be able to see some of the stuff too. But thanks for watching. Any questions, leave them in the comments below. We'll do our best to answer them. Thanks for watching Johnny Eats Cheap.